Our team's back to work now with today's one-on-one rapid fire. Andrew Brody, senior, over at Exeter. And Andrew, let's put you two one-on-one. 26.5 miles long and 13 feet high. It was built in 1961 and demolished in 1990. What was this landmark of Cold War Europe? Colin?
The Kremlin?
No, sorry. Andrew?
The Berlin Wall.
The Berlin Wall, of course, yes, for 10 points. Polynesia, in the story of Dr. Dolittle, and Captain Kidd in Treasure Island are both the same kind of animal. What kind of birds are they? Andrew, again?
A parrot.
They're both parrots, yes, indeed. When you exhale, this membrane relaxes and expands upward, forcing the air out of the lungs. What is this dome muscle that separates the abdomen from the chest? Andrew?
A diaphragm.
Diaphragm, yes, you dominated all three of those questions. Nice. 90 to 80. We're now going to say hello to Dylan Smith, senior over at Exeter and the team's captain. And you want to go to a four-year college and medical school. Have anything come, you know, now that we're at the end of February, are things? Jen and Dylan, our two future college professors or scientists or medical students. We're going to put you two one-on-one. During the American Revolution, they were colonists who supported the British government. Now they're members, Jen.
Patriots?
No, sorry. Now they're members of Britain's Conservative Party. Dylan.
Loyalists?
No, sorry. The name they share were Tories. It was the site of the first lighthouse on the West Coast, but it was more famous as the home of the escape-proof federal prison. Jen?
Alcatraz?
Alcatraz is the island that's called the Rock. Yes, as Gerald Ford's Secretary of Defense, he was the youngest ever. As George W. Bush's Secretary of Defense, he was the oldest ever. Who resigned in 2006? Dylan?
Donald Rumsfeld.
He's the one, yes, 100 to 90. Great game. Michael Wang, sophomore, is our next player that we're going to speak with. And to Mike also, Michael Mahan Jr., and he is a junior at Wilson. And Mike, let's put you two one-on-one. In 1910, he became the first Englishman to be killed flying an airplane. But he's remembered more for the automobile firm he founded with Henry Royce. Who was this aviation pioneer, Mike?
Rolls.
Rolls. Charles Rolls is absolutely correct. Aztec ruins, White Sands, and Carlsbad Caverns are all national monuments and parks in this southwestern state. Which state, Mike?
Arizona.
No, sorry, incorrect. Mike?
New Mexico.
New Mexico is absolutely correct. And finally, this element helps you regulate your heartbeat and helps your blood to clot. Fortunately, it makes up about 2% of your body and most of it in your bones and teeth. What, Mike?
Calcium.
Calcium is this metallic element, yes. 120 to 100. Boy, Exeter is holding on to that lead as we say hello to our final players. Graham Gibson, senior at Exeter. Dustin Hill, a senior over at Wilson. 120 to 100 is we're going to put Dustin and Graham one-on-one. It could be said that the Civil War began and ended in this state. The first major battle was fought there and Lee surrendered there. What state is it? Dustin?
Virginia.
Virginia, yes. Originally a royal fortress and palace built by Philip II in the 12th century, it's now the largest museum in the world. A controversial glass pyramid was added to the central courtyard. Graham?
The Louvre.
The Louvre, and it was designed by I.M. Pei, of course. We were going for the Louvre. And finally, this may just be your happy day. What presidential candidate used the campaign song, "Happy Days Are Here Again"? Dustin?
FDR.
FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1932. Well done. 130 to 120. Good game going. We're now going to pick up the pace and play today's 60-second Team Lightning round. So Wilson, Jen, you are behind at this point, so you will select first among these three quizzes. We have Monopoly Here and Now. What on earth? A trip to Japan.
What on earth?
What on earth? This is an interesting quiz. Earth, it's our planet, it's our home, and it's in every answer to the following questions. So for 10 points each, we'd like you to unearth these answers. Remember, every answer contains the word Earth. Jan, I take your answer as the team's answer. Colin, Mike, and Dustin are ready to help you along. Sarah is going to put 60 seconds on the clock, and we'll begin now. The setting for The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
Middle Earth.
That's correct. 2008 science fiction movie with a robot named Gort.
Spaceship Earth.
No, the day the Earth stood still. The Richter scale is used to measure these.
Earthquakes.
That's correct. These annelids help aerate and enrich the soil.
Earthworms.
Earthworms, yes. In A Christmas Carol, it comes before Good Will to Men.
Pass.
Peace on Earth, Pearl S. Buck's most famous novel.
The Good Earth.
The Good Earth, yes. Since 1970, it's been celebrated every April
Earth
22nd.
Day.
Earth Day, yes. Warm, rich shades of brown.
Earth tones.
Earth tones.
Earth tones, yes. To the Greeks, her name was Gaia.
Earth.
Earth.
No, Mother Earth, or Earth Mother. It's what an aardvark is etymologically.
An Earth pig.
Earth Pig.
Earth Pig is what's correct. Yes, what the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus calls itself.
The greatest show on earth.
The Greatest Show on Earth.
That's correct. The R&B group recorded Shining Star and After the Love Is Gone.
Earth, wind, and fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That is correct. Another name for the lanthanides on the periodic table. The lanthanides.
Earth metals.
No, the rare earth metals is the correct response. A little stumbling, but some good teamwork, so 8 correct, so 80 points came your way. Taking you to 200. Exeter with 130. We have a trip to Japan or Monopoly Here and Now.
Monopoly.
Monopoly Here and Now. The new Here and Now version of the board game Monopoly features properties from 22 U.S. states. So for 10 points each, identify these cities and sites. Dylan, I take your answers. The team's answer. Andrew, Mike, and Graham are going to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, and we'll begin now. Here we go. Camelback Mountain is near this Arizona city.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. You can visit Pioneer Square in the city in the Pacific Northwest.
Seattle.
Seattle.
That's correct. Atlanta is represented by this downtown park built in 1996.
Pass.
Centennial Olympic. Tennessee Avenue is now the Johnson Space Center in this Texas city.
Houston.
Houston.
Houston, yes. For $1.8 million, you can buy South Beach in this Florida city.
Miami.
Miami, yes. The first property on the board is Jacobs Field in this city.
Cleveland.
Cleveland, yes. Bloomington, Minnesota's Mall of America, has been moved to this city instead.
Minneapolis.
That's correct. Chicago was represented by the home of the Chicago Cubs.
Wrigley Field.
That's correct. Take a drive down Rodeo Drive in this posh California city.
LA.
No, Beverly Hills. St. Louis, Missouri is represented by this huge steel catenary curve.
Arch. St. Louis Arch.
No, sorry, it's the Gateway Arch. After you win this game, you might want to go to the theme park near Orlando, Florida, and that was Walt Disney World that we were going for. So 7 correct, so 70 points came your way. 200 to 200, a tie score as I reveal today's bonus Brainbuster category. And that's famous Athenians. Our teams will wager from 0 to 50 points based on their knowledge of famous Athenians while you watch these messages.